Hello, guys. Today we are going to discuss automating the browser using Python and Selenium. In our earlier video, we di- we discussed how can we automate the browser and fill the registration form. So, in our earlier video, we use find element with the class name, right? Driver.find element and class name. We also used driver.find element with ID. So we used two attributes, class name and id, but there are eight ways to find the element. So the eight ways are: first one is id, second one is name, third one is class name, fourth one is css selector, fifth one is link text, sixth one is partial link text, seventh one is xpath, and eighth one is tag name. So in this video we are going to discuss about the css selector. Let me copy this. So basically I want to replace class name and ID with CSS selector. So let's see how we can do this. Okay, so let's go to the browser. Let's navigate back to the register button. This is our register button. Inspect it. So you see this is an anchor tag and class is like this ico hyphen register. So what we can do, we can write CSS selector here, and here we can write like this: class. Okay, it is not able to copy. Class equals to ico hyphen register. So like this we can use the CSS selector. Let's test out our code. Let's run the program again. Now it clicked on register button, so our code is working fine, as you can see here. Okay, it also filled this form. Now what we are going to do, we are going to basically replace ID by CSS selector. CSS selector. Now here also let me replace everywhere. Now we are going to find the CSS selector of this gender male. Let's do that. Right click on it. Again do that. So it's an input. And ID is like this. Okay. So we can do input ID equals to gender male. Like this we can do. Similarly, for first name, let us see what is the CSS element of the first name. It's also input and ID is same. So we can do that like this. We can do. ID will be first name. In a similar fashion, we can do it for last name because ID is last name, we know that. Now, email. So, let's inspect the email. I think it's also input element. Yeah, it's an input. This time, let's use the class instead of ID. I'm copying this class. Here it will be input. Now class equals to like this. For password and confirm password, let's see. Inspect. It's also input and class is something different. Okay, so let me go there. Copy this code, paste it here. Now let's change the class name. Copy the class name, paste it like here, and save. Now confirm password and register button. For confirm password, let's go there. Confirm password. Find out the class name of that. Class name is this. Copy that and paste it here. Now register button. Register button. Inspect that it has a ID. So let's go with ID this time. So it's a button now. Okay. So instead of input, okay, it's also input. We can use that. Let me copy this ID here and paste it here. Save the code. Now let's run the code again. I'm running the code. It has opened this website, maximized the website, clicked on register button, selected mail, hello, world. Okay, first name V by mistake. Okay, okay, I think there is some error over here. It is not able to detect. Something happened. Hmm. So on password, it failed. So I think with that class, there are multiple elements. Shall we check with this one? Copy the class name. Okay, let's copy this whole. Go to the browser, inspect, filter, HTML, Go to console, sources. I think in the elements only. If we do Control F, now you see there are multiple occurrences of this class, so we can't use the class name. We have to use the unique identifier. For email, I think the ID is the unique identifier. ID is email. We can use that. ID. We need to use the unique identifier for the particular field. Okay. Similarly for password, there are multiple uh, fields with the same class, so we can't use that. Better to use ID. ID is password. Okay. Here also use ID. It is for confirm password. It is confirm password only ID. Now this register button, I think it is already identified by ID. Let's run the program again. Open the website. It maximized the website. Now it is filling the form. Now you see it is working fine as expected. So it's working fine. The form is filled, the register button is clicked, and it is saying the specified email already exists. Okay. In this video, we learned how can we use the CSS selector. Now we have covered ID, class name, and CSS selector. In the next videos, we will be covering name, link text, partial link text, XPath, and tag name. So stay tuned and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a nice day.